I didn't get started 45 minutes late. I did get started 17 minutes late, but not 45. Yeah, I need to get my music going. I need to get bum 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 my music going. All right, do 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 do. Yeah, is that coming through on the obs? Extremely tiny gripe time. Extremely tiny gripe time. Every time I reconnect my headset to this computer, it always sets like a static volume. It always goes like resets to the same volume. It's always a little too loud, so I have to turn it down every time. And I really wish it would just remember the volume that I had it at beforehand, and just go back to that. I don't know why I have to turn it down every time. It's even still a little too loud. There we go. All right. I don't like things too loud because I don't want to ruin my ears. Speaking of things I don't want to ruin, I didn't set up my deck at all. I completely forgot. I completely forgot. Let's move this over here. Let's move this over there. And I forgot my iPad for chat, as well as my drawing glove. I'll be back. Such a poser. I put my iPad and my drawing glove into my work backpack every single day in the hopes that I will actually just, instead of browsing Twitter on my phone, I'll actually just pull this out and draw whenever I'm bored at work. I haven't been doing that. I haven't done that in like a year. I need to. I need to. Because Twitter is just the worst. Excuse me. Oh my god. Finish eating. Yay, I'm back. Backity dack. Woo! Oh my gosh, it's already Wednesday. Man, I love having Mondays off. It makes the work week go by so much faster. I only have to be in the office one more day this week, which is tomorrow, and then I can work from home again on Friday, and it's my last day. I got paid today. Heck freaking yeah. Heckity yeah. Heck, I'm a frick frack. Yickety yeah. Alright. So, I've kind of learned a little bit. Oh yeah, also I should talk about the elephant that's on the screen. I figured out how to turn Pencillian into a PNG tuber. Yay! It took me like 5 minutes to figure it out again. Boom did boom did boom did boom. And I also figured out that I can have multiple instances of PNG tuber open at the same time, which is great. Actually, hold on, let me check something real quick. Because there's a lot of times things like, you can't have multiple instances of this open. But I was like, PNG tuber seems like one of those things that might allow that. Because otherwise, it's such a pain. Like, if I want to switch back and forth, if I switch this over to Jeremy, I have to come in here, I have to click load avatar, and then I have to click on this Jeremy.save, and then exit out of edit mode, and now I have two Jeremys. But I now have to do that every time if I wanted to move it around. However, I thought, why don't I just try to see if I can launch two instances of this, which is a rare for me. I want to see if I can launch a third. I totally can. Oh man, I could have That makes this so much easier. That means I can have all three on the screen, and I don't gotta worry about anything. Oh my god. And they're super easy to set up too. I just remember I tried copying the source for one and the other. The real issue is going to be that I have to make different windows for these, and they're all pointing to pngtuber.exe. So I was playing around with this earlier, and in OBS you can be like, oh yes, I want you to point it this one. So here's what I did before. I have one source set up to capture PNGTuber, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna copy that one and then just set it to the other instance of PNGTuber. I tried that, but it was still only picking up one. Oh my god, I just noticed something wrong with... Oh my god, I just realized something wrong with... Pencillian's body. Look, when I talk and mouth goes up, you can see a white line underneath. Oh, we need to fix that right now. Hold up a second. Oh my god. Hold on. Let's see. Pencillian body. Let's see. No, this was all saved underneath. Let's Jeremy. No wonder I couldn't find it. Pencillian. No, it's not that one. Pencillian tuber clip. There we go. Oh, you know what probably happened? Because... Hold on. If I do make the eyes go away... Oh my god, I really didn't fix that. That's awful. I totally thought I fixed that. Oh, you know what I probably did? I came in... I think I remember what happened now. Yeah, I remember what happened now. Because I fixed all the stuff that was on this layer. Actually, I don't think I fixed everything on this layer. Yeah, there's still stuff that's like... right here. I think I got distracted. What layer is that on? Somehow on this layer. Oh, I remember what happened. Did I not save this? I think it was... Yeah, I just needed to do that underneath. Did I not save this? I must not have. And then... So that layer is fixed. Now I need to fix this freaking layer. I'm so dumb. How did I forget this? Oh, what layer is that on? Hold up. Did I not save this? Is that in the line art later? Line art layer? It is. Okay. Holy guacamole. What did I do here? Look at that. Alright. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta hide the mouth. I gotta resave this as the body. Oh my god. That's with everything. Let's see, anything else? No, something else that would be causing this that I'm seeing on the actual model. Oh my god. Although, the lines, okay. So these lines around here do look a little goofy. Let me fix these up just a tiny bit. They should look uniform. Pretty much the same color as all the others. Okay. There we go. Let's kind of the same thing over here. They're just a little too thick. All right, and then there's that yellow right there. Did I not save this, right? I must not have. Man. Oh, wait. Then I also missed... Wait, that's the wrong color yellow. Hold on, I was using the wrong color there. I wonder if it looked a little off. It was close enough that I didn't really notice. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong layer. I didn't even do that here. Whatever I just did not do anything. Oh my god. I can't believe I set all this up and then did not notice that. Hold on, I need to come back down here. I'm noticing stuff left and right. There's no way anybody would actually be able to see that, but there we go. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. And then what did I save this as? Because I need to overwrite that save. Actually, hold on. We need to go back to edit mode. We need to select this. I need to make that go away. Okay. There we go. It's only slightly cursed. Okay, because then we're going to need to... Okay, Pencillian tuber body PNG. Okay, that's what I save this as. Oh my gosh. File, save as, Pencillian tuber. Pencillian tuber body. I do not want to save it as a clip. I want to save this as a PNG. Save. Do you want to replace it? Yes, absolutely. Perfect. Okay. And then, oh man, I gotta find that file folder again for PNG tuber. Hold on. It was... I needed to go to users, user, app data, roaming, roaming, I had this up. App data roaming Godot, that's what it is. Godot. Godot, app user data, PNG tuber plus. All right, and then there's Pencillian. Okay, and then I need to Pencillian tuber body PNG. I need to move this over. Yes, replace file in the destination. Okay, then we come here. We go to add new sprite. Pencillian tuber body. On. Come on. Okay. Get rid of that. Gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay. File, save as Pencillian tuber body PNG. Save. Yes, I would like to overwrite. Okay. Now that that's been done, let's move this over here. I want to replace the file in the destination. Beautiful. Okay, now I want to add sprite, Pencillian tuber body. Cool. How do I move this down a layer? How do I move this down layers? I've completely forgotten how to move this down layers. How do I move this down? We got the it's the proper size too. I just gotta how do I move these up a layer? How do I bring this goofiness? No, those are different costumes. I want that. How do I... Layer 0. Oh wait, hold on. How do I change the layer? 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 Alright. Body movement, lines like that, sprite. Oh wait, I need to actually like link these. Never did that. Oh wait, hold on. Link sprite frames. Link sprite. There we go. Okay. Link sprite. Yes. Okay. Link sprite. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, these are all linked now. Actually, okay, there we go. Now if I... Yay! Yay! Now he doesn't have... I have no idea what I just did, but it worked. Oh wait, hold on. One thing I need to do that's extremely important. Oh my god. Save avatar. Pencillian, yes. Do you want to overwrite? Yes. Please overwrite. Okay. Hey, what's this? Delinked. Bap. 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 Yay! Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my God in heaven. Well, that was an easy fix at the very least. I don't even have my chat up. Like I'm not even looking at it. Woo! Okay. Oh, that was... I don't want to add a new one. Alright, now here's the fun part. I'm gonna do this again for Doorathia. Although this one should be... The eyes at the very least are going to be easier. The eyes are going to be easier. But... the mouth is really going to throw me. Alright. First things first, let's get everything to the proper size. Let's fix this. Alright, so first things I gotta do is I gotta make a folder. Name it Full Art. And then I'm gonna put everything into Full Art. And then I think that is everything. Yeah, because there's just like some reference that I did before. I don't need that. I was refer to doorknob and lock as beauty marks. Make plenty of knockers jokes. God, I wrote that. Okay. Alright, then full art. Alright, we can resize, thankfully, from here. Okay. Alright. Center it. And then do what I should have done before and just set the canvas to 720 by 720 to start off with. Can't believe I forgot that. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. And don't make her too big, because I kind of messed up Pencillian last time. And also, I had to resize Pencillian when he eventually got added to PNG Tuber, because he was too tall. Luckily, they allow you to just, like, auto-resize. That was a huge blessing. Okay, now did I make her all blurry as well like I did with Pencillian? Not really, actually. She's looking pretty crisp. Look at that. I did initially make Pencillian way too small, so that kind of really hurt him a bit. Okay. Okay. Now we make another... No. Oh, wait, no. We do make another layer on top of everything. And not a new drawing. That's just a PNG of this that I imported in so I can draw on top of, when I can just put another layer on top of what I'm already using. So we can mess around with stuff. Okay. So let's mess around. Eyes are going to be easy. Eyes are going to be so easy. We just need to... It's like I'm erasing. We just need to bring her... Just need to bring her eyelids up a bit. Just like that. We move her eyebrows up a tiny bit as well. That's going to be super easy. It's the mouth that I'm really worried about. Actually, hold on. I want to see what with the eyes a little bit wider, how they're going to be whenever her mouth is open. Just like, hey, hi. I really want to be going for a hi, look, hi, how are you? It's so lovely to meet you today. Mm-hmm. Something like that. Hi. Hi. So here's what I don't know what I want. Because here's the thing. She's got a gigantic mouth. Just a huge mouth. So, do I want to go with the whole thing a little bit more open like this? So, you know. So like, and then this colored in. I'm just trying to see what looks good. Oh, I'm already not liking this. I'm already not liking this. Now hold on, let's see how it looks with everything. We're just kind of drawn over. Okay, it's not too bad. It is the most natural too, and it's the way everybody else's mouth moves. But it doesn't have to be the same. They're cartoon characters. I mean, you can do whatever you want with them. The other thing I was thinking is, like, kind of do that thing with cartoon characters where only like part of their mouth moves. So like, instead of it being her full mouth, like, just like this part of her mouth moves. Okay, that looks weird. Looks like she's speaking like this. I immediately don't like that. Okay. In that case, we need to find a relative. I keep like wanting to change the color, and instead of here's the issue that I keep having. I don't know if you notice this, but anytime I'm like, I need to change the color, or I need to make it bigger, instead of actually hitting the button that would do that, I just keep pressing the pen button again, which is why I keep bringing up whatever this brush is. Okay, that's like a pencil brush. Instead of like the actual brush that I need. Okay. So, I don't know if I like this. Well, maybe something like this. Where it's still like obvious, like she's moving a little bit more of a mouth rather than just like that little bit. Hold on. And then, hold on. Okay, I actually like that best, like halfway in between, where it's clear she's not moving like a whole mouth because she has like a she could like swallow a person live. That's a little scary. But just like little like, oh hey, just like, hey. Open up just a little bit like, oh hey, oh hey, oh hey. Well, how do? It's so nice to meet you. I always imagine her with a southern accent. I don't know why. It's kind of funny having these both in the corner. Hello. Huh? Yay. Okay, I do think I like this best though. Especially with the eyes. Yep, I definitely like this best. Okay. Alright, eyes are gonna be super, 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 super easy. Okay. Now I need to put this in full art. I need to name this folder eyes. I'm gonna do the eyes first because they're gonna be the easiest. And then we come here. We're going to let's see, I almost was like, oh, we need to cut and copy, but no, we just need to copy and paste. We need to make sure we get the eyebrows too. All right. Copy and paste. I need to put those in the eyes folder. Okay. And then I need to put every, what is this? Okay, that's that. That's Windows. Okay, that's the Windows color. We don't need to mess with that. Well, actually, we will need to mess with that at some point. Actually, what I usually do is where I have to erase everything underneath. I don't really need to do that for the mouth, but I do need to do that at least for one part of the eyes. Because especially with the windows underneath, especially with the eyebrows, actually more than anything I need to do that for. Hold on. Okay, so we have this up here. I need to turn not that one off. I need to turn this one off. Then I need to come over here to here. And I need to A, get rid of that. B, grab this. And then we need to erase those. I'm on the right layer, right? Yeah, layer 3, okay. Get rid of this line out here. Okay. And then, where did I put the eyes? Where did I put the eyebrows? Okay, they're down here on this layer. erase this bit. We can just go ham here. Okay, we need to erase that. Okay. Then we need to come back up to the line art layer. We need to add back in. I kept a bunch of the lines black for Doorathia. I forgot I did that. Especially around the eyes. In fact, Pencillian was the only person I really changed that for. I'd have to redo some of this. Okay. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we do need to come up here first and fix some stuff. Okay, grab this. Grab this. We got black. I'm going to turn that off. Fix up these. Get rid of these little nuisances. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we got something looking good. Okay, fix this. Fix this. Get rid of these little things that are sticking out. Perfect. Okay. Now on that Windows layer, this is just the blue. What is all that underneath? Yo, what? Oh, that was probably, okay. That was stuff that's just hidden. Doesn't matter. Okay. Grab this. Add that back in. We're going to do this early. Early. Okay. Okay. And then she talks like this. Well, hey. She's talking. I have her talking with her upper lip, not her bottom. I just realized. We talk with our bottom lip. I just realized something. I just realized something. Oh, I just realized something. I just realized something. I just realized something. I just realized something. I messed up. Her mouth. Why do I have this color? Her top can come up like a bit. But it's gonna be mostly the bottom lip that goes down. Ooh, I did not leave a lot of space with how big I made her lips. Oh, I've made mistakes. Because the bottom lip goes down for everybody else. Hold on a second. We've made some mistakes here. I was in the middle of doing something else and I realized I accidentally messed up anatomy. Well, I guess the cartoon characters. At the end of the day, if it looks better going the other way, then it looks better going the other way. It doesn't gotta be. It does not have to be anatomically correct. It does look best like this because her bottom lip doesn't have anywhere to go down. It just doesn't. I put it right up down to the bottom of her wood. She has to speak like that. There's no other way around it. Okay. All right. It is what it is. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. ears? Eyes, okay. Alright, now we need to move this up to... the eyes layer. Hold on, I need to move the line art up. Oh, hold on. What is all this? Oh god, hold on, I just realized something. Okay, so actually, hold on. I'm gonna move this up here as well. There we go, okay. We got that. And then... eyes. I need to move all these because these are a ton of layers. Okay, and these need to go above the eyelids layer. Okay. It's getting creepier and creepier. Eee! Okay. And then the eyes. There we go. Everything's back. Okay. All right. Trim. Any others for just the eyes? Okay, that's the... What's this? Genuinely, what is this? Layer 14. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Okay, we got everything for the eyes. Perfect. Wait, no. I need to keep this layer down here. Nope, I need to... Oh. How did I do this before? How did this work so well with Pencillian, but it just does not work here? No matter what, the line art should be up top. Wait, where did I just put the... Where did I just put that? Okay, it needs to be up at the tippity top. Okay. Well, no, because now it's... Okay, does that mean that this needs to be up here? No. Oh wait, that's because I have this hidden, that's why. Duh. I was like, where's the eyebrows? I forgot I had it hidden. That explains everything. Okay, and then eyes, eyelid. Alright, I need to add the eyebrow color back in. Which I think was just black. Actually, I need to put this above the windows. I do need to put this above the windows. Shoot. No! I need to keep it where it is. Okay. That means I need to get rid of all this stuff around it. Yikes. On a bike. Never realized how messed up my layers were until I had to move them all to different positions so they could do drastically different things. That's why they teach you to color inside the lines when you're in kindergarten. Okay. Is that on this layer or is that on this layer? It's on multiple layers. No, it's definitely on that layer. Okay. Okay. Now we have this layer. This needs to be... Wait, hold on. I need to do this on both sides. Whoops. Alright, fix this up a bit. Oh wait, I don't need to be precious about erasing up here. I can just go ham. It's only down here around the actual eyelid itself that I need to be careful because I can erase some color that I actually need. Alright, there we go. And let me double check over here. I think I got a little spillage right there. I need to add a little bit down here. Alright, need to fix that up though. Okay. Okay, and then eyelid or eyebrows, we're just gonna keep black. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're on the right layer. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, now we got those ready to be moved and grooved as noobed. All right, but we do need to turn this and this off. And we need to move the mouth. Make a folder for that. Okay. All right, and grab all the stuff for the mouth and put it in, and we need to get the body shot. I am not using the lasso tool. I was trying to copy and paste, and I was just drawing the line like do 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 do. Wait a second, this lasso tool looks kind of funny. Feels like I'm drawing a mustache. That's weird. Okay. Actually, let me see if I can make this a little bit better. All right, copy paste. All right, then we need to grab this. Go down schmear to the mouth. Okay, perfect. 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 Okay. Let me get rid of this. Then we hide this. Then we need to get rid of all these lines up here, like this. Okay. All right. And then we grab all the mouth bits and we move them up to here. What layers are the mouth on? That's trim. This is more trim. That's mouth. There we go. Oh, shiza. Hold on. I need to go back because I have to move the clip layers first, or else I lose them. And I can't see him. There we go. It was this one. I did not name this one as well. And it's showing. It's suddenly so much more difficult. There we go. Okay. And then what's this? Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I need. I was actually above. Alright, any others? What's this? No. I don't know what's on layer 14. Definitely not layer 4. I can see that. Okay. So that means that... Now if I turn this back on... Boom, mouth is back. Okay. So that means if I turn off this, mouth is just gone. Beautiful. Okay. And that means if I turn off this, eyes are gone. Beautiful. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Now that I fixed all that other stuff, I need to move the windows. I need to move those back down here with everything else. Oh, no, not down there. I need to move them like right there. Okay, yeah, so they don't have that on top of them. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay. Perfect. What layer is that line on? Oh, well, it's not going to matter. It's going to be covered up all the time. That's always going to be covered up. But it won't hurt to... It won't hurt to color it in, just to be on the safe side. Should probably actually... Why is... That's why. Why didn't I turn that on? There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, what layer is all that on? That's my next question. Is that on the line art layer? Yeah, it is. Okay. We should get rid of this. Just to be safe. Then we come back down to the Windows layer. Where did that go? Where did that go? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe. I talked about my theory that Cotton Eye Joe is, I don't think an actual psyop, but an example of what a psyop is, where it's just something that we're all aware of, and for some reason has cultural relevance for genuinely no reason. And it's simply because we were just all exposed to it and like indoctrinated on that song when we were like children. And it's purely an American thing too. Like it's not like something that was like, oh, it was big all around the world, so we just kind of learned about it tangentially. No, it's purely American. Like no one knows about this song except for Americans, and people from other countries probably think we're crazy because it's the goofiest song. Anyways, okay, there we go. Okay, now we have the body. Now I'm going to do the thing that I did not do the last time and get rid of the paper. Okay. File, save as, Doorathia. Tuber. Body. I want to save this as a PNG. Save. Perfect. Okay. Now let's bring the mouth and the eyes back. Oh no, let's bring the eyes back. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, now let's just on the eyelids layer. Actually, hold up. On this layer first, we need to draw back the actual like lines. Why did they do black? Why did I need to fix that? Because I didn't do that. Well, actually, I did that. This Pencillian looks like a complete. Pencillian looks completely like somebody else drew him. I didn't think I drew that much in between drawing Jeremy. In fact, I only drew Doorathia in between. That was it. It looks like he was drawn by a completely different person. Doorathia, you can see like, oh yeah, this was probably... Actually, Doorathia even looks a lot different than Jeremy. I just need to redo Jeremy at this point. But honestly, I'm a little too lazy. Okay, we need to do this. And I need to do... I can keep the gray. But I want to... Like... No, I want to... fix these lines. It looks bad. Okay. Why is there like a whole bunch of like black mixed in there? This must be from some other layer. I don't know. Do I have anything with the full art? No. This is. It's only like this layer above, and changing that doesn't change that. Okay, well. Alright, and then for this, I want to grab this color right here for the actual like eyelids themselves. Actually, that just makes them look. Actually, no, that might be a good thing. Actually, all right, hold on. Okay, there we go. Actually, hold on. I need to get rid of these lines ASAP. Because those are going to cause me issues. Because they're going to be bouncing all over the place and looking real goofy here in a bit. Oh yeah. Also these. I need to get rid of all the stuff on the side. I just realized how much extra stuff I grabbed without realizing it. I need to get rid of that. Ping pong. Okay. Anything extra? Whatever that is. Hold on. Okay, that's just something that's on a different layer entirely. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Alright. Get rid of all this stuff that we don't need. We don't need. We never needed it anyways. Oh yeah, I updated my neighbors. So, when I got home, I heard them fighting again, but they've been quiet ever since. So, I thought she might have left yesterday, but I heard both of them there today. So unless she came back around to pick some stuff up, which I don't know how she did because she doesn't have a car, unless someone came and dropped her off. But I also didn't hear anybody leave yesterday. And you really can't miss someone leaving because there's giant stairs made of wood that lead downstairs on both the front and the back. So unless you left at the front, that's a possibility, I guess. But my bedroom is right next to the back stairs, and my streaming room is right next to the front stairs, so I'm assuming she's still there. It was a bad fight, but I don't think they've worked it out. I think they're still just mad at each other. But they're still together. Oof. Okay. Okay, that's on this layer. I need to get rid of that bit right there because that's gonna drive me crazy. Yay, okay. Alright, cool. And then I need to fix up. I'm just gonna go with black. I need to fix this up a bit. Bring that down. James Brown. Okay. Okay, there we go. All that extraneous stuff is gone. And now I can just focus on this. Okay. Okay, now I need to get rid of... Did not need to get rid of that. I do need to get rid of that. Eyes, mouth, and colors. Okay, there we go. Okay, no, I just realized like the bottom of her eyes were cut off, and I was like, oh wait, hold on, that's an issue. It's not an issue at all, because just her top eyelids are gonna move. Her bottom eyelids don't move at all. Okay, and then we save as Doorathia Tuber. Doorathia Tuber, eyes, mouth closed. Save it as a PNG. Save. Beautiful. Okay. Now I need to do something similar with the mouth. I do that. Then I do that. Ooh, hello, sir. We got some fun stuff we gotta get rid of. Where is that? First chance. That's there. Okay. Looks like that should be all I need to get rid of, though. All right, here we go. Hi there, handsome. Come here often. Oh my, this transparent background's awfully cute. Look at her. All right, file save as Doorathia Tuber, mouth closed, PNG. Save. Bing, bada boom, bada bam. All right. Now we got to bring back this, and bring back this, and bring back this, so we can actually see. Cool. Now we're gonna get the eyes done first, as we got the, because I'm most confident what I want to do there. Okay, so it's really just the eyelids we gotta change. Eyelids and the eyebrows. Okay, so... Alright, how are we gonna do this? Preferably in somewhere where I can go back and get the originals if need. Don't have to redraw them from scratch. That would be annoying. Of course, I do have games saved already. Alright, let's do this. Hold on, we need to use this color. The fun part is I need to make it look the same on both sides. Hold on, let's do this in black so I can actually see where I'm going. What? Oh, that's why. I was like, what? I had locked transparent layers. Okay. Or locked transparent pixels. Okay. I have to make these look uniform. Ooh. I cannot do a uniform curve to save my life. Goodness gracious, look at this atrocity. That's too high. Yeah, that's too high. I'm trying to fix it. I made it worse. I think it's too high. It doesn't need to be quite that high. Did I switch back to? I did switch back to a different color by accident. Okay. Okay. And then I'm still on the eraser. This line, and then we need to, where's that color I used? Was it this color? Oh wait, hold on, I need to do this on both sides. What am I doing? Both these have to be the same. Both of these have to be the same. Both of these have to be the same. Okay. This is going to be the hard part. Trying to copy what I did on one side on the other. Oh, that's because I have that. Okay. The times when you're drawing in the same color, and drawing over something in the same color that it already is, and you're like, what? What's going on? You totally have a line there, you just can't see it because it's the same color. I've done that like 50 times on these eyelids. I just heard a good sign. I've been like, oh my god. Is it count away? Is it super free? No. Just a bot. Okay. Eyelids, color. Let's. I don't want to erase. I want to color in. Okay, there we go. Alright. There we go. Why does this side look so much better? It's because I have a whole bunch of extra stuff over here. What layer is that on? Is that on this layer? It is on that layer. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of this. Goodbye. What about this junk over here? Yep, that's on the same layer. Goodbye. Sayonara, sucker. All right, there we go. And you just need to move the eyelids up a touch. And then we need to do the same with the abras. Okay. And I should, because there should be nothing else around them, because that's all in different layers, I should be able to just do this. Huzzah. Actually, hold on. So I can move them up at the same time. There we go. All right. And then we come back down here. We erase this. I can just go ham with the eraser. And okay, hold on. Also, there's a couple bits. There we go. That's sticking out, and that's sticking out right there. We need to shave those down just a scoosh. There we go. All right, fill these in with a little bit of black magic. I just realized something. This feels like the most, like, I don't know if I'm just in the wrong circles, but this felt like the most muted Black History Month I've ever had in my life. I'm also not a teacher, not working in schools. And I mostly watch VTubers. I feel like I didn't see anything about Black History Month this entire month. That could just be that I just wasn't watching anything that was talking about it. That's a distinct possibility. There's probably a lot of things that was done. I just wasn't paying attention. Or I was doing other stuff. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Now let's see what these look like by itself. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And then do do. There we go. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. There's like, there we go. Just a little bit more uniform. Okay. Here we go. Eyes super easy. File, save as. Let's see. Doorathia tuber. Oh, let me just space that. Eyes, mouth. Open. PNG, save. Beautiful. Incredible, amazing. We have 4 of the 5. Now time for the hardest bit. It's gonna take me the rest of the hour. Okay. All right. Let's bring everything back. Boop. And we can close this. And then boop, boop. There we go. We can actually close that one too. And we open up this one. Okay. Now let's see. What did I eventually decide on doing? Yeah, that. Okay. So this is where things are going to get really, really, really fun. Because this lip shape I have is crazy for her. It's probably going to be easiest if I just like grab it and move it all up together. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up here, and I'm going to do something that I don't normally use. We're going to use the, okay, hold on. We're going to use the polyline tool. So I can just get just the parts that I want. Because I think it's going to be easiest at the end of the day if I just move this whole bit up as its own little separate thing. There we go. Okay. And then I'm gonna move this whole thing up. Apply transformation, yes. Okay. Okay, whoa, what's that? What layer is that on? Is that on this layer? No. Oh, that's just a little bit I left around. Okay. It's mostly on this layer. Not fully though. Okay. We're gonna get rid of this little bit. Oh, what layer is that on? That's probably on this layer. Yeah, that's on this layer. Okay, so we just need to fill this in. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm probably going to having to end up change the actual shape, but I just want to get it into position first and then figure out the rest from there. Because actually, I have it higher. Yeah, it does need to be higher. It absolutely needs to be higher. Okay. Can I control Z? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I'm on the wrong layer. Oh my god. Apply transformation, no. Holy guacamole. I need to be here. Then I need to do that. I need to be almost up at the top there. Okay. Ooh, that left us really cutting off chunks here, but it's better this way at the end of the day. Okay. The more exaggerated the movements, the better. Is on bad layers. Okay. What layer is that on? Okay, there's some that's on this layer. Okay. Need to get rid of that. Oh, no. Okay. Don't need to do that. Okay, and then most of it is on this layer. All right, and this one we actually want to color over. Oh yeah, I also had no idea that the Olympics had ended. I was watching, what was it? I was watching someone's streams, I think it was Mint. And she mentioned something about the Olympics. And someone just said, the Olympics are over, Mint. And she was like, what? When did that happen? Must have happened this weekend. Let's see. I think the US did pretty well. We didn't win the overall medal count. That was Norway, if I'm not mistaken. We were second, but we did have huge upsets in hockey. And that's what most people are happy about. Okay, now we need to come up to here. And we need to... Let's see here. Alright, how is this gonna look? Let's come back down here to like the base colors. Why am I coloring this in my hand? Because I probably need to, if I'm gonna be honest. Yo, I missed some stuff. And also being on a lower layer is gonna be better. Yo, I missed some stuff I need to erase. Holy cow. I'm using a little bit bigger brush. Come on. Oop, can't be doing that. Okay, so yeah, no, that. Okay. I'm gonna need to add her tongue in here, or else she's gonna look crazy. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff that I missed that I need to erase. Holy quack. What layer is that on? How did I miss that? What did I do? What was I thinking? Alright, that's a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, what layer is that on? That's on this layer, okay. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I added color back in there that it showed up. Whereas before, because there was nothing underneath it, it wasn't there. But as soon as I added something back to the layer below, it showed up. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, actually, you know what does look bad, though? Is the fact that our mouth has kind of like a 4-3 thing going on here. It really needs to be like... Okay, no, not here, not here, not here, not here, not here. That's not the layer. I want this layer. Okay, perfect. It really needs to be like... straight across here a little bit more. Let's see, or I think... Ooh. I'm playing with some fire right now. How can I paint over that? Oh, because that's on a completely different layer altogether. Right now. you serious? Did we get to the... Did we get to the... Seriously? We got all the way back to... There's a bunch of stuff that I mix. There we go, okay. There's like a, these are all, I just kind of, okay, so what I do for my music is I just go to Epidemic Sound. I just go to lo-fi hip hop. I start at the most recent and I start playing backwards. And if you get through enough songs, it eventually goes back to all of a sudden where songs start to have like a Christmassy little inspiration to them until some that are just straight up Christmas. Gotta skip those. It's not that time of year. But there's some really good songs in between, but I just don't want to have to keep changing it, so I just skip everything. That annoying. I also need to just, I don't know why I'm using Epidemic Sound. I need it's like $27 a month. And quite frankly, I can just pick like a lo-fi. I can just pick a lo-fi station on YouTube and get the same exact thing. So it's something that I really need to just not be doing anymore. I don't know. I remember it's kind of being like that. It both looks weird and it's kind of charming at the same time. I think I just want to mix it up just a little bit over here, so it's not quite so. Why is it making it that color? Oh, that's because... No, I want the darker color. Okay. And then back up here. Lock these. Fill these in. Okay. Then come back down here. Fill these in right here. Okay, we do need to go with a little bit of a lighter color, actually. Okay. I don't want it to be quite so :3. Let's see if we can't fix this up just a scoosh. There we go. Oh, it looks weird over here. It looks genuinely weird. There's like some mismatches of colors. All right. Is that on? No, that's not on layer. Is it on this layer? It is on this layer. Okay. We need to... There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to grab that color right there. I need to fill in this bit right here that I think is mostly, actually I didn't think I need to make this line a lot thicker. Hold on a minute. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Let's see. All right. Looking at it all together. How does it look? Do I need to add like a tongue or anything? I haven't done that for any of them. All of them have had something in their mouth. All of them have had teeth. I don't really want to do that for Doorathia. Pencillian has the 2 bottom teeth. Hey guys. No. Jeremy has 2 bottom teeth. Pencillian has upper teeth. Give her a tongue. I might give her a tongue. No, it needs to be like this color, but darker. Oh man, how do you do tongues? Gee, that doesn't look too bad. I think it's too red. I think it's too red. How do we switch this a little bit more towards a brown? Just a scoosh. Because oddly enough, Doorathia's colors are like pink, purple, and brown. Okay, this looks even worse, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, actually, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I might be onto something. Okay, she definitely needed the tongue, that's for sure. I'm not crazy about the color just yet. I think she needs this. I think I need to play around with the color a little bit more. I think taking it that direction was wrong. I think we need to go the other way. Is he getting a haircut? Sorry, I can hear all sorts of weird stuff from my neighbors recently. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing trimmers. Or something. Maybe it's like a cow toy or something. They do have a little daughter. I don't know what that is. Okay, and then it was this color. Okay, yes, that's a much better color. I think that a little bit of brown was the wrong way. Okay, yeah, tongue was definitely the correct way to go. There we go. Okay, now she's looking good. Let's see, all together now. put them all together and they have complete mouth. Bottom teeth, top teeth, and a tongue. Okay, let's go with ding dong doink. I got rid of everything. Why did I get rid of everything? Oh, I gotta get rid of that one. I need to get rid of that, and that. There we go. Okay. Oh my. Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Okay. And then we just need to save this. Yeah, we just need to save this. I'm trying to think of anything else to add, but I'm looking at it like, no, I'm happy with it. There's also something people are going to see for a second. Let's see. All right, Doorathia tuber, mouth open, PNG, save. Okay. Hold on, I need to sit down for this. Ooh, did you hear my echo snap? It's been doing that for a long time. Okay. Now once I got all these guys figured out, I just need to figure out what to do. And in general, I kind of need specifics. I just gotta figure that out as I go along, you know? Play around, see what I like. See what you gotta figure stuff out anyways. Alright. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. Then I need a new. Oh, I already have a Doorathia folder. Forgot I made one. Then click Studio. Let's refresh this, and then. Oh my gosh! 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 You guys. Alright, Doorathia. Okay, Doorathia tuber body. Wait. Is that the background? It does not have background. Okay. Doorathia tuber eyes, mouth closed. Doorathia tuber eyes, mouth open. Doorathia tuber mouth closed. Doorathia tuber mouth open. Boom, shaka, laka. Okay, now we come over to here, and I need to. Okay, we're gonna watch this live. I'm gonna switch out. Actually, I'm gonna switch out Jeremy. Okay, let's see. We need to. Actually, hold on. First, we need to. Because I haven't figured out how to get rid of all this stuff, so we just. Okay, then we need to add new sprite. Doorathia. Alright, Doorathia body. Okay. And add new sprite. Doorathia eyes. Mouth closed. Add new sprite. Doorathia eyes. Mouth open. Doorathia mouth closed. Doorathia mouth open. Yay! Okay. Now, okay, I need to set this one to, actually, hold on. I need to link these. Actually, hold on. So, link to here, link to here, link to here, link to here. Okay. Now, I need to set these. Okay, that's mouth open. That one is mouth closed. Okay. Now go to the eyes. That one's also mouth closed. And that one's mouth open. Perfect. All right. Now I need to save avatar as file. Doorathia.save, and then, whoop. Hello. Hey! Woohoo! Yeah! Look at that. Okay, I don't need to worry about the microphone settings. Go this way. Yeah! Woo! Oh my god. Alright, hold on. And then we need to open one more instance of this. It's just Jeremy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have them all. I have them all. Let me put them in order. Hold on. Oh, this is such a big day. Kaloo Kalay. Okay. And then... hold on. I need to put them in the correct order. On my OBS as well. Yeah. I see wizards. Why is the door hot? Your guess is as good as mine. Hello, hello. Wait. Hold on. I just got this done. And let's see. Okay. Alright, we do not want to capture cursor. We want to allow transparency. And we want to capture a specific window. Window we want to be... I don't know which one of these we want it to be. It's usually the top one. Okay. Where is this? Wait, why is it? What the heck? Where is this? Huh? Did I grab the wrong? I must have grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so let's switch to that one. No? Can I switch to that one? No. Ah, shoot. You really gotta do this. Properties, okay. Do this here. Let's do that. Dang it. Is it this one? Where is this? The door is giving green M&M vibes. I feel like the pencil wants to stab me. Perfect. Perfect. That's honestly exactly what I was going for. That made me so happy to hear. Alright. Shoot, now if I can just get all of them on the screen. Oh, wait. There he is. There he is. Look at that. Yay! It was just taking a bit. Yay, I got all of them. Woohoo! Yay! Now what do I do with them? Can you guess which order I drew them in? Yay! Oh man, my little Blue's Clues-esque idea I have is starting to come together. Blue's Clues, but I hate it. These things are annoying. Get them out of my house. Oh my god. Alright. I can't believe I finished it. It only took me an hour and a half. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Hi, how's it going? How's it going? Yes! Alright. Now here's gonna be the fun part. Now that I have them completed, I actually gotta start doing stuff with them. Let's see. Blue's Clues Adult Swim version. That's a perfect way of describing it, actually. That's exactly what I'm going for. Blue's Clues Adult Swim version. I have living furniture and they're just annoying. They're just terrible roommates. They can't go out and get a job, but they still eat food? What is this? They don't even have arms. Blue's Clues Adult Swim version. I'm stealing that. Hold on. That's actually just such a genuinely good way of describing it. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. Goodbye. rocket fuel factory notes for Factorio. Blues, clues, adult, swim version. Wait, thank you. But hi, we got. Let's see, hold on. Funnily enough, the one named Jeremy is Doorathia right now, and the one named Doorathia is Jeremy. So, and the one that's Pencillian is just PNG too. When I do them in orders. First there's Jeremy. Hey, how's it going? The name's Jeremy. And there's Doorathia. Why is she taking a while to come up? I don't like that. What? Hold on. Do I have an issue here? Can I bring back Pencillian? Uh-oh. They were working a second ago. I do have 3 different instances of PNG Tuber open. This makes me think of the game Date Everything, but it's more weird. Perfect. Oh no. I see you in CSP, and you can save your progress as CSP file or only as a PNG. You need to save it as a... When you're actually using it in the program, it's PNGs. It's really just 5 PNGs. You have like a base body. Let me show you. You have a... Let's see. You have a base body, which is really just the line art, and then all the colors except for the main stuff. And then I cut out, there's a mouth layer, there's also an eyes layer too, and I put those into different folders so I could just erase everything as needed to take pictures. But I kind of didn't, well, not take pictures, but to just save them solely as like PNGs. I kind of drew over what I did before, so whoops. So I kind of only have the open mouth expressions right now. Whoops. So, and you have to do that for, so you have like a closed, you have the closed mouth, eyes when they're kind of at rest with the eyes closed. But is your most recent bit of progress saved as CSV files so all the layers are safe? It is now. It is now. Whoops. Almost forgot that. I remember doing that before Pencillian yesterday. I finished him up then. But now I need to figure out why everybody isn't coming back. I think it's because I do have 3 different windows. Shoot, this was working previously. Okay, let me close all of these. Okay. Let me just launch PNG Tuber by itself. Let's see, do any of these pick them up? Okay. Okay, it does, but it takes a while. Interesting. Man, I might have to make these guys actual, like, sources in OBS itself. So I take a Oh, man. No, wait, I can do this pretty easily. I have an older version of Doorathia saved with her mouth closed. That's not going to be hard to get back. So, I can take a picture of... I have a PNG with the mouth open, PNG with the mouth closed. And then I just layer them on top of each other. Because you can do an image slideshow. And I think I could set it up something in StreamerBot where it's voice activated, where whenever I talk, it just switches to the neck. It makes both of it makes the whole thing bounce up and down, just like PNG Tuber does. But because that's just an effect. That's just an effect. See, if I do this, properties, no, it's not going to be under properties. It's going to be under transform. No. Edit transform? No. I swear I've done something like this before. You can't see what I'm doing. So, is it under filters? No. Maybe I blinking to them. I think the pencil should instead have his pupils get really big, like 1 second, and then have them go back to normal. That would be very unnerving. I think you might be able to do something like that. This program's pretty bare bones. I can show you it. Actually, go over here. And you can see the actual, like, edit process. Actually, click on something. So you can set up, like... Well, I guess you can, like, set an animation speed and whatnot. As well as, like, frames? That actually might be something that's possible to do. It's possible to rotate it as well. I don't know. I guess it is something maybe you could do. I don't know. I was more just looking to get them done, period. You know the old adage, first make it and then make it good later? I'm at the just make it part right now. Squash? Okay, hold on. Okay, you can't just control Z in this program. Wait, hold on, what? Hello? Oh my god, you can add a little bit of squash to him. Look at this. Hello? He does a little he's got a little squash. Hey! Wait, hold on. Whoa! Hey! Hey! It's also just a line. I can't, like, set it back to 0. Come on, please. Oh my god. I want this to be 0, please. Oh my god. Please. I don't want squash anymore. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I could probably just... Yep, there we go. I can use the arrow keys. There we go. Okay, so that's... I guess you might be able to. It's rotational drag. Oh my god. Hello. Hello. Oh, that explains this. Hello. 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 Okay. Okay, that means it can go back and forth between there. Okay, so that means if I set the rotational drag... Oh my god. Hello. Okay. Whatever you're using, it's much fancier than whatever I use. It's just PNG Tuber Plus. I'm just trying to figure out how to. Because here's the idea. I really want to have all of them all like on screen that I can switch back and forth. So, so is this pencil U? Yes and no. Remember I said like Adult Swim version of Blue's Clues? It was gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be playing the other characters too, but this is just me here. But so I'm gonna be here, full face on camera. But the gist of it is that these guys are gonna come in and annoy me and just be like characters on the stream, but kind of like in the background. So like how Blue's Clues, you'd have like, what is it? It was like Mr. Salt and Miss Pepper, or like the talking chair or the mailbox or whatnot, who would just come in and have like little bits. These guys would come in and have bits too, but they'd be annoying me and interrupting me in the middle of the stream. So, is the pencil me? Yes and no, mostly just because I'm going to be playing him, but is he an avatar meant to represent me, kind of like a VTuber? No. So, one normal 3D flesh dude and a whole bunch of inanimate objects that have come to life that are making his life more annoying. At least that's the gist. Let's see. Hello? Why did that? Oh, I guess if... Hello? I don't know what the frames do. I guess if there's... I guess I can set multiple frames. So I guess it is possible, like, with the frames to set something like... blinking or something like that. Still an interesting looking into. Yeah. Let's see here. I just need to figure out a way to have all three of them on the screen at a time, or at least to switch back and forth. I was really hoping to use the PNG Tuber program, and I was really excited because I was able to get. You saw I was able to get all three on stream, or on the screen on OBS. But as soon as I like hid them and tried to bring them back, it didn't work anymore. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so now I have two Pencillians. You can't see the second one. Alright, this first one, that's just the PNG tuber I had originally set up. Alright. Let's try... Well, now why did that work? Hold on. Let's open a third one. Okay, now if I make this one scene. Okay, well now why is it working now? Okay, so this is the middle one. Okay, so hold on. Well, now I got questions. Because it's working right now. But if I hide this one and bring it back. Huh. I didn't close the program. I just hid it in OBS, and then I just made it invisible, and then tried to make it visible again, and it didn't come back. I can't even see it in OBS. It's just taking a while to load? That's very weird. If I have to launch it every time in between. Okay, so if I close this one down. Okay, that was the first one. Okay, so if I open this back up. Okay, so I have one of these that's just set to grab whatever the third version of this that pops up. Okay, so now what is this one pointing to? This one isn't pointing to anything anymore. If I switch this to this one, I switch to this one, switch to this one. No, what's going on here? What the heck? What the frick frack McGillicuddy is going on? All of a sudden I just realized that I have to... I made Cherami slightly too big, and I have to like scale him down every time. Oh wait, now he's back. What? Oh, is that just all I have to do? Hold on. Okay, let's hide this. Let's bring him back. And then do I have to... I do. I have to re-click on it here. That's annoying. Okay. So hide. If I just like mouse over. I'm gonna click this up top. Oh, I didn't make it visible again. Okay, so hide, make visible. Okay, well now it's working. What? They're multiplying. They are multiplying. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with... I'm trying to figure out what's going on with OBS. Okay, so hide. Bring back. What if I just mouse over it? Okay, what if I click the top up here? Well, that's the wrong one. This one? No, it's this one. I actually have to click on it again. Well, that's definitely more convenient. I just have to make sure that I actually... Okay, so... Off, on, then I have to click... Wait, no, it's this one. No, wait, no, it's this one. Can I click? Yeah, I have to click it. That's extremely annoying, because every time you click in the area, it shows like that little menu at the bottom. I suppose I could. This is going to be a little annoying, but something that I can do is I can shrink these guys and then make them bigger in OBS. And then I can hide that area at the bottom. Okay. Oh no, but then you can still see that stuff off to the side. That's annoying. Oh my god, so I would have to make them like super tiny. I have to make them super big. And then I'd have to... Okay. I have to make them tiny in the program, big here. Okay. So now hide, back. Okay, well now it's working. Hide. Back. Okay, what if I click on this one? Okay, so now hide, back. Okay. Then if I had to click over here, then he comes back. Alright, then you can't see it. Alright, well that's annoying. It's not the end of the world, but it's annoying. I would really have it more so... I would really like it just so that I have to... Gosh, I wonder why that's the case. That's so weird. I really like it so that I just have to hit like the hide and make visible button, but it only will grab it if it's the most recent version of the program that I've actually like physically clicked on. So, for example, if I come over here and I click on this one, and then I hide the one in the middle, making him visible again doesn't work until I come back over on the actual program, and I click the actual program that this middle one is in, and then it'll come back. Weird. I might look to see if there's something in like OBS, because I would ultimately like to have keyboard shortcuts that I can do to just be like, oh, I want like, and if I ever have extra money to spend, maybe like programmable keys, so I can just like get something like a Stream Deck and it just like does the input to bring up Jeremy, and it does that. Does the input to bring up Doorathia, does the input to bring up Pencillian. Like, I would like this to be one button press. Right now it's 2 or 3, and it gets more awkward, especially if I'm like playing a game or something, because I would have to like, instead of just being able to hit a button to like, or like some hotkeys to switch to them, which is something I would be able to do if I was like playing a game, and I wanted to do a bit with one of them in the middle of it. Because right now I would have to pause the game. I would have to, even if I had the hotkey to like show them to be visible, I would still have to pause the game. I'd have to move my cursor off of the game over to my second monitor and then click on them over here on my second monitor in order to bring them up. Okay. It's jank and not ideal. We're gonna have to work on that. We have a workaround. It's not great, but we have a workaround. Alright. Well, at least all 3 are done. Let's then at least put them all back on the screen again. Load avatar. Want to make you share me? Yay. Actually, hold on. Oh my god. You are first? Something in the background. Alright. I'm going to switch you to Doorathia. Alright. Okay, perfect. Yay. And then we have Pencillian. Yay! All there in a line. Woo! Huzzah! This is maybe one of the best examples I've ever been able to see of my ability to draw getting demonstratively better. Because I drew Jeremy first. Then I drew Doorathia second. And I drew Pencillian last. And you can really tell. You can really tell what order I drew these in. I think also for Pencillian, I just kind of really locked in on the shading for whatever reason. Mostly because I had to, because he doesn't really have a whole lot to work with. And with Doorathia, she's a flat door, so there wasn't a ton of shading that I could do for her, just kind of period. Although, there is some, like, underneath the knob and whatnot that I could do, I guess. I don't know if you can see my cursor. You can't. Okay, so... I don't know if you can see my cursor on this... in OBS. Actually, no, you can see my cursor down here. Okay, yeah. So there's some, like, underneath the knob I could do. Yeah, they're all a bunch of flat surfaces. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to redo Jeremy one of these days. Right now, I just want to play around with him and see what I got instead of just constantly just fiddling with the art. Because you know, you'll never finish if that's the case. You'll never be done. All right, I think I might have to play around with these guys a bit off stream so I can figure out maybe something that's a little less jank than what I currently have. Because I'm not too enthused about this. It works, but not quite. Anyways, this has been a very productive day. Finally got all of these guys done. I told myself at the beginning of this month that if there's one thing I want to get done with my stream every day in February that I have going on, is I want to get all 3 of these done and turned into PNG tubers. And by golly, we did it on the 25th. 3 days early. Yeah. I thought I was going to be doing this all the way up to the 28th, if I'm going to be honest. Let's see. But once I figured out all the stuff with Pencillian yesterday, Doorathia went a lot faster today. I don't know why I did her last. I think it's because I was the most worried about her mouth. I had no idea what I was going to do with it. But as soon as I started playing around with it, it came through easy. Yay! Alright. Yay! Yay! Unironically, I'm so proud of Pencillian. I think he's one of the best things I've drawn to date. I'm gonna bring him up real quick. Oh wait, hold on. I've gotta head him up because I had to fix some stuff. I'm gonna give him his eyes, his mouth back. Look at that. I forgot about that stuff on that layer. What layer is that on? That's on that layer. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I actually copied this. Did I do this? Where did I do this? I don't remember. But unironically, one of the best things I've drawn today. Which is really funny to me. This stupid pencil. Anyways, we're gonna call it here because it's getting kind of late. And I need to get ready for tomorrow. Alright. I'll see if I can't figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow we might play. What should we do? What should we do tomorrow? Let's see, is there anything of the games that I bought that I haven't played? I haven't played Hightail. I spent 20 bucks on that and haven't touched it. But also, I'm kind of worried about using my thumbs for gaming, so I've been staying away from games that would require that. We might do something else. I might celebrate with Factorio. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, it's been fun. It's been real fun, but it has not quite been a fun reel. We'll hopefully get to that soon. As soon as I figure out what it is. The other stuff I need to figure out first. Alright, but you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.